Hi, my name is Stefan Christ, and I've got over 15 years worth of experience in IT with a strong Linux background. I'm a huge fan of AWS and serverless technology, and I'm quite excited to present this course to you. Amazon Web Services has been the leading cloud provider for many years now, and one of the next big game changers in IT will be serverless technology. The days where you provision an API server to host an API or a web server to host a website have started to dramatically change as the world embraces the convenience of serverless technology provided by public cloud providers such as Amazon Web Services. Serverless architecture means you don't need to worry about setting up servers yourself. In this case, AWS will worry about the patch management, high availability, capacity planning, and so on, and you get to focus solely on your application code. Where systems administrators in the past would have to make sure that all servers have the same software stack installed, the same operating system patches applied, all these tasks can now be outsourced to AWS in a serverless application model. Apart from no longer having to worry about the system administration tasks, running your application in the serverless context can also be a significant cost saver. As with serverless applications, you only pay for when somebody uses your website. This means that even though your website is readily available 24/7, you don't need to pay for the huge compute capacity that is at your fingertips. You only pay for what you use. Indeed, pay-as-you-go is the pricing model of the cloud. Of course, AWS isn't the only cloud provider offering serverless technology to the market. There's Microsoft Azure, and even more so, Google Cloud Platform offers an even wider range of services to the market. However, as mentioned before, AWS has been the market leader for many years and offers the most complete and feature-rich package. Imagine your boss comes to you and says, "We want you to quickly develop a prototype, but we don't know whether it's going to be a success or not, so please don't spend much time or money on this." And your response is, "Sure, with AWS serverless technology, we only get charged for what we use, and thus it won't cost much." After 1 month of running the prototype and collecting user data on it, it's clear that it's going to be a success. So your company starts running a large ad campaign advertising your prototype. Your boss comes to you again and says, "Can you please make sure that the app can handle a lot of traffic?" At this point, you can lean back and say, "It already does." Because with AWS serverless technology, your application will behave the same whether it's got 1 or 100,000 concurrent users. Now, let's talk about best practices and other tips and tricks. Did you know you can version your Lambda code to aid development? You can version your code at any time and then give that version an alias, such as production or version 2.4. That way, you can safely develop new features for your Lambda function, and when the code is ready, you simply version it and then move the label to the new desired version. I highly recommend using a framework like AWS SAM, the serverless application model. It lets you test the whole serverless application model locally, such as API gateways or Lambda functions, before they incur a cost on AWS. Apart from that, it also makes development of your Lambda functions and uploading them to AWS a lot easier. One of the common misconceptions around serverless technology is that there's no servers involved at all. But just as the cloud is somebody else's computer, serverless technology means that you don't have to manage the server yourself. AWS will do that for you. My key takeaways from working with AWS serverless architectures are: serverless isn't ideal for every workload. Even AWS themselves say that long-running tasks or memory-intense processes aren't ideal for serverless. Getting started with AWS serverless technology can be daunting. Simple things such as how do I pass arguments into my Lambda function or where do I see the output of my script can be really tricky at first, and a course like this will greatly accelerate your progress. Whether you've already got some experience with AWS serverless technology or you're just starting out on your serverless journey, this course will accelerate your progress and will make it fun to learn. I'm looking forward to working with you in this course.